I sat home last night, the power of the NFL. First of all, NBA starts tonight, so I go home every night now and have a game, which is unbelievable.
Wonderful.
And we've had COVID. We've had these staggered NFL games. So now we don't have a Thursday game. We don't have a COVID game. Now I got like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, nothing. Oh, the NBA starts. Joy Taylor's joining me, so it's just like perfect, right?
Very excited for the NBA. And I think there's just going to be, the NBA is a lot about storylines.
There's a lot of them
throughout the season, and we have some great ones this year.
We do. Hopefully, cross your fingers. Last year, a lot of the stars got hurt early.
Yes. Yeah.
Zion's back, and KD's back, and Steph is back, and I think it's really important. So here we go. It's the herd hierarchy. I got to tell you, just to show you how many good teams we have, Baltimore's not in this.
Do we get the stat now, too?
Oh, I'm going to give you the stat in a second. I love Baltimore. They're 11. It tells you how many good teams there are right now. Here we go.
Herd hierarchy.
Time is now. Let's go.
The top 10 NFL teams according to Colin. Number 10.
Tampa Bay overcame a 17-0 halftime deficit to win. Why were they down 17? They're 4-3 in games this year. They've trailed by more than 10 points. Why are they always down in big games? Now, you could argue so was Kansas City, but Kansas City's got a much higher end at the end of games. Part of Tampa is their back end worries me. They're 8-1 against teams 500 or worse. There's a lot of wins over a lot of junk. Brady, it doesn't appear to me to be the issue. The issue is the back end's not good. The pass rush is inconsistent. They blitz a lot. They take a lot of chances, and their back end often does not save them on those blitzes. I have them at 10.
Number 9.
Tennessee. I'm going to give you a stat that is insane. You think you know all the good quarterbacks in the league. Since Ryan Tannehill got the starting job last year in Week 7, he has 67 touchdowns, 11 picks, and a passer rating of 112. Better than Mahomes. His yards per attempt. You think this is about, and I'm not saying he's better than Mahomes. You think this is Derrick Henry. Folks, Adam Gase is apparently an atrocious coach. Ryan Tannehill's playing his arse off. And Derrick Henry's unbelievable. Now, why are they 9th? They have no pass rush. They do not match up against the Kansas City. They just don't. This is a team that everybody that plays up, I don't think they match up with Baker Mayfield in Cleveland. I think they make quarterbacks too comfortable. We got to come to terms with this. Ryan Tannehill is a top 10 quarterback in this league, and Adam Gase can't coach because I saw him in Miami, and I thought he was a stiff, and he's just not.
Number 8.
Rams. Listen, don't sell too much of your stock. There's a couple of things here that matter. They're one of only 2 teams in the NFL to outgain their opponents by over 1,000 yards. Vegas cares about that. They have the number 1 defense, and they've allowed the fewest big plays in the NFL. So this is a really good football team. Here's the problem. Jared Goff gets into these like turnover tunnels. And in the last 7 games, he's got 8 touchdown passes and 12 giveaways. It is a problem. It's frustrating McVay. It may shorten his career in Los Angeles, but don't kid yourself. Jalen Ramsey allows them to match up with everybody in the NFL. You could put him on a Tyreek. You could put him on a DK Metcalf. You could put him on a Devontae Adams. And you know you're getting a pass rush with Darnold. So they're a matchup. They have some matchup symmetry with almost every good team in the league. Rams at 8.
Number 7.
Cleveland. I got to tell you, their offensive line is the best in the NFL. You know what they remind me of? Dak and the Dallas Cowboys his rookie year. Here comes Dak, best offensive line easily in the NFL, great running game, and you're not putting a ton of pressure on the quarterback, and Dak and the Cowboys go 13-3. Listen, Baker's humming right now. Without OBJ, he's a point guard, and he can pass to anybody. He's got time to throw. The running game is wide open. Play action pass all works now. 15 TDs, 1 pick for Baker. Since Odell's injury, I don't care what anybody says, he looks more comfortable. He looks like he's kind of controlling the offense. His body language is good. Doesn't have nervous feet. His confidence, his accuracy has gotten very good in the last 6 weeks. Browns at 7.
Number 6.
But Seattle's got a Hall of Fame coach and a Hall of Fame quarterback, and I would take them over Cleveland in a matchup, even though I don't like their offensive line. The reality is the Seahawks defense is on fire since Carlos Dunlap, who we loved, came over. Top 5 defense since he arrived. 28 sacks since he arrived. They've held each of their last 4 opponents under 20 points, and the running backs are healthy. which is when Seattle is scary. Carlos Hyde, Penny, Chris Carson. Now, their offense has been a little stagnant for a month as they reboot their defense, but I still like them a lot.
Number 5.
Miami lost to Seattle earlier. I don't think they would today. Is Brian Flores, are the Dolphins right now the best coach team in the league? Not saying he's the best coach, but are they the best coach team in the moment? I got to tell you something. They won last week, and they were missing 4 of their top 5 players. They were missing Myles Gaskin, Devontae Parker, Mike Gesicki. They're only allowing 18 points. Tua is Drew Brees. He makes no mistakes. You're not going to get a ton of huge plays, no mistakes. He is the perfect quarterback right now for Brian Flores. I don't know what it is. They lead the NFL in takeaways, 20 straight games with 1 or more. I don't understand the lines in the NFL. Vegas doesn't buy them. They're only a 2.5-point favorite over the Raiders. I don't get it. This, to me, is a top 5 team in the NFL.
Number 4.
The Saints. The last couple of weeks, they've been gashed, but some of that is the defense is on the field for 42 minutes against the Chiefs. You're going to give up 400 yards. This really is a defensive story. They're a lot like Pittsburgh, except Breeze can still play. I wouldn't take too much out of the Kansas City game. Didn't have Michael Thomas. Breeze was awful in the first quarter off the rib injury. This is still a high-functioning team.
Number 3.
Green Bay. I'm going to know a lot more after this weekend against Tennessee. I know they're good. I know they play well with a lead. I know they beat bad teams. Can they go into the octagon with a Tennessee, with a bruising running game, and play from behind or play after getting punched? I don't know if they can. I will in less than a week.
Number 2.
Kansas City, 5 turnovers in 2 weeks. They're the most talented team, but I don't love what I see. Red zone defense, red zone offense, been a little clunky in the last month. Listen, Kansas City was 7-4 through 11 weeks last year. They weren't the best team in the league until week 12 on. Right now, this second, Kansas City is number 2.
Number 1.
And right now, this second, Buffalo is rolling and is number 1. I think they have the best coordinator in the league, Brian Daboll. I think Josh Allen is frightening. I think they match up with Kansas City, and they've gotten better. I think if you go since week 7, 7-1, 32 points a game, second point differential, 400 yards in this moment. Now, do I always love their defense? No, but I like it situationally. Best team last 2 weeks I see. I cannot believe they dropped 48 on Vic Fangio's defense after a Steeler win. It was the perfect time for a letdown game. And they dropped 48 on at least a competitive Denver team. And Vic Fangio is a top 5 defensive coach in the NFL. And with that, I bring in my friend Nick Wright. Used to live in Kansas City. Probably won't sit well with him. Brought to you.